Hey there, my name is Pravus, and welcome to more Rebel Inc. Escalation. We are playing more of the official scenarios with the release of the Dollars and Disasters DLC. Now we're moving on to the Airlift scenario, and this is perhaps one of the most interesting and unique scenarios the devs have created so far. It's also tremendously frustrating only because there's a lot of RNG involved to it. The premise is we are playing on the Mountain Pass map, and we are fully cut off from our reinforcements by the Insurgents. The only way we get anything from the Coalition is via airdrop. And by anything, I mean literally anything. If we want any initiatives, if we want any military units, any special abilities that are normally reserved for custom scenarios, the only way we get it is waiting for the supply plane to come. And we get to choose from one of three options, but otherwise it's fully randomized. So some games you're going to get everything you need to win very effectively, and some games you're going to have practically nothing to work with. The randomness of it actually makes the scenario pretty fun, even if you are going to be losing repeatedly. But nonetheless, it can be frustrating when you're trying to get it on Mega Brutal. We'll be playing as the General, but don't get excited because we're not going to start with any of the bonuses as far as I'm aware. No garrisons. I don't even think the National Soldiers are stronger. Maybe they are. I don't know. We'll play with the Doctor, the Militia Chief, the Celebrity, the Local Politician, the Chef, and the Logistics Expert. Don't pick the Quartermaster on this one because you actually don't get a garrison, like, at all. It lies to you as far as what it says you're going to get. So just stick with something else. And as far as our Mega Brutal campaign, this one will be called The Patient Earth. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and place my HQ kind of like right in the mountains because I want to defend some of this area. Not a bad plan to place your HQ over here, for example, to defend some of these cities because they are going to get attacked very early on, but I may need to make sure that I maintain the road going through this mountain pass or else we're going to have some issues. So this is where I'm going to go. Now, right off the bat, the Insurgents are already up and a-running. They will be attacking some nearby zones in these two locations very, very early on. If you can get a lot of military units and some garrisons, you might be able to clear out one group and then focus on the other, but realistically speaking, you're going to be fighting the Insurgents on two different fronts non-stop, and it's going to be very, very hectic. These are going to be our air supply drops from the planes, and the first two, I'm pretty sure, are always going to be some sort of military unit. If you can get the tanks, generally speaking, get the tanks, because the tanks can win one-on-one fights without requiring reinforcements, and that's a pretty big get right now. In fact, 2 Coalition tanks right off the bat is kind of the godsend right now. So where am I going to place my Coalition tanks? We can go for the kill immediately on one of these guys over here, or at least we can try. Cities are the thing that's going to get you killed in this scenario. This city right here and this city right here. The Insurgents love going for them because they are next to the starting locations. So it's not at all unusual for them to run after this multiple times, and if you don't have units nearby, then you're going to lose tons and tons of reputation and just straight out lose the game, and that obviously sucks for a lot of obvious reasons. I'm going to start moving my tanks over here just because I expect we're going to get attacked. Maybe not. Okay. We'll move over here. That's fine. If I can challenge these guys over here before they get into the city, that would be nice. There's always a landmine here. I don't know if there's also a camp, but the landmine matters because it slows down mobility through these mountains. And if you're over in this side of the river, you know, on this southern side of the river over here, and you want to get over to this area, it's faster to just go through the mountains than try to take the roads. So this landmine makes a difference. This landmine up over here doesn't make a very big difference. First supply drop. What do we get? Security, urban outreach, sniper support. Sniper support's good if you're going to be getting a lot of reinforcements, but tanks don't do that. Urban outreach doesn't matter that much, though it's nice to get some extra stuff. I'm going to go for the security because the more we can slow down the capture of the zones and the cities in particular by the Insurgents and buy time to move around, the better. It's not as good as getting roads, but like without it, that's okay. So we are going to take this zone immediately from these guys, which is hilarious. If we can get the intel, we'll start getting rid of the landmines that are in that area. Okay, these guys are moving down to this city. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Can we not get rid of the... There's the camp after all. All right, so the sooner we get rid of that, the better for sure. Okay, supply train. Do we want trail infrastructure, airstrikes, or an urban specialist? I would like more military units, but the dirt roads is so hard to pass up on because there's obviously a lot of remote tiles. So being able to move quickly around some mountains can make a very, very big difference. Let's get rid of that landmine, and then we'll go and save the city. I think that's going to be fine. And honestly, preventing a lot of spawns over here is just so very, very, very helpful. I'm not opposed to that at all. The less Insurgents are spawning in this, the less are in a single tile, the less they're going to be rushing off to their neighboring tiles. So we like to keep that number down nice and low. And then we should be able to protect the city. At least I hope we can. So let's pop back over here. We'll deal with that. Another supply drop coming in. We can go for garrisons, which is not bad. Another tank, or improved weapons to make the National Soldiers worthwhile. I have none yet. Garrisons wouldn't be bad depending on where one goes. Could be helpful. Another tank would actually also be very helpful, so I'm going to pick that up, because tanks mean I can just basically keep these guys contained over here. At least I hope I can. So let's go ahead and move you off that direction. We're going to move you up over here. We're going to try to... Oh, for God's sake. We're going to try to prevent them from taking too many neighboring zones, because that can sink your reputation very quickly as well. But we have to protect this city. Like, it's not optional. Prison reforms. Is that an airdrop? I don't think so. We'll go ahead and do, I guess, the full reform. I don't really know what happens as far as losing some money here, but, like, okay, sure, why not? Yeah, kick these guys out. Don't let them take that zone. There we go. Now we move over here. These guys get chased into mountains. Okay. And as long as we can keep somebody over here in order to keep this city safe, we'll be fine. I can try to just keep chasing these guys down with this one tank, and honestly, I don't even think that's a bad plan. We're just going to make sure that they have no particular quarry and they have to just keep running away. I think that's a good call. All right, supply plane. Roads, yes. Telecoms, yes. Garrisons, yes. All good. All three very good, actually. Roads for mobility is solid. Telecoms means I'm going to start rolling out a ton of support, which means I stabilize the map. Garrisons means I can trap these guys. I'm going to go for the telecoms, although I think the roads may have been an even better choice. I'm not sure. Please, no, not for the... no, not the city. Not the city. You're not allowed to go here. That's ridiculous. Look how quickly they start taking that city. Good Lord! That's scary. All right. So now these guys have been kicked into mountains. We're just going to keep chasing them there. That's fine. You get up over here, see if you can chase these guys out. Yes, we have a police chief, blah, blah, blah. I actually think the security is going to make my life a lot easier. No particular concerns being listed by people here, which is nice. We can go for education, water systems, or health. So one of the basics. What do we want? You know, I guess we'll go for health. I don't think it matters too much because they're all kind of on equivalent tiers as far as I'm aware. They're all moving over here. That's unusual, but sure. We'll go ahead and chase you down. All right, so this guy's at least chased away from the city. To be honest, this is where I want these insurgents to be left. That's fine. So I'm going to go ahead and start moving the third tank over here, and let's see what happens in this area. Maybe they end up being okay, maybe they don't. We're being attacked at this city, and they're immediately trying to attack it. Please tell me we have some policing. We have a tiny bit, but it's not much. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get over here in time, but I really, really hope that we do. Another supply drop, coordinated fire teams, PR teams, advanced weapons. This is a no-brainer. We go for the PR teams because this, in conjunction with the telecoms that we're getting, should translate into a lot of goodies. So let's go ahead and start chasing these guys back into their hole over here. We're actually starting to really keep these guys under control, which is great. As long as the tanks can handle this, we'll be fine. The problem is we have nothing capable of reinforcing, so this could get out of hand pretty quickly. We are getting some stabilized zones, though, so this is looking really good. Just don't go for this dang city. Leave it alone and we'll be fine. Leave it alone and we'll be fine. What's this, a new hospital? Sure, I approve. Why not? I mean, a little bit of extra support's not bad. Airdrop, discretionary funds, amphibious support, or reputation boost. How's reputation? Actually looking okay. I don't know what the point is of getting money. And then amphibious support so we can move across rivers. I guess I could see this being useful in some circumstances. I mean, there is a river. So... nah, we're going to go for the reputation boost. I don't think I need the amphibious support. I mean, it's nice and all, but I don't think we need it. Hey, look, a camp! Blow it up. Run it over with the tank. That's what I'm talking about. All right, roads being improved in a few locations. I'm going to go ahead and have you go down here, you go here. I really want to prevent these guys from getting into this mountain because that's kind of one place they're going to want to go to spread throughout this whole region. So the city and this remote area are two places I want to camp. And then I still want to have one discretionary unit able to keep these guys chased off. Although, one could argue it's better to leave these guys here in this remote area instead of in the mountains because it's even further from the city. I don't know. I don't know if I really care that much. We'll just see how we can do here. I wish there was something I could do with my money because it feels really weird just sitting here doing nothing and waiting for stuff to happen. But you have to admit this is interesting, isn't it? A coalition soldier who can actually reinforce things. Not bad. Surveillance drones, not bad. Highways so we can move around even faster. You know what? Mobility is still king here. I still love the idea of being able to move around quickly with these tanks so we can easily address any threats as they arrive. These guys are getting kicked out. Good, awesome. They're going to be recovering for a while. Let's go ahead and move off this direction. This is where having the highways would be nice, because then I'd be able to move these guys around a lot faster, but so far we're doing just fine and dandy. Yeah, if you're having trouble with the scenario, just restart until you get tanks, honestly. It's not that bad of a plan. A coalition rural specialists, sure, I guess. We could get a national soldier. I don't know if there's a point. The rural specialist just lets us stabilize faster, but so far we're honestly doing fine. So I guess I take the rural specialist. We have an extra unit sitting around able to deal with, let's say, this right here. So let's go and protect this city. Don't lose the city, for God's sake. All right, there goes 5 reputation, just like that. Okay. And we're being attacked at the HQ. Well, that's hilarious, but we'll go and deal with that. The rural specialist appears to be struggling. What do you know? Military-civilian cooperation, so we stop having a lot of issues and antagonizing people. If you have a lot of coalition units, this one's not a bad plan. Moab strike or jobs. I'm going to go for the military-civilian cooperation, so we stop antagonizing the locals quite so much. I think that's going to be the right call. We're being attacked over here, okay, in the city. Any sign of a camp that I'm not aware of? I don't see it, but, I mean, it could be somewhere. I don't know. They're starting to get a little out of control now, so this is going to get annoying. Where could a camp have been? It could be in this territory, and I'm just not seeing it yet. I mean, they did retreat this direction. What do we have over here? More coalition soldiers, so I can just kind of reinforce things? Might be all right. Probably better than the outreach program, so we'll go ahead and pick up another unit. Is there no one over here? Let's see if we can just take this real quick. There may not actually be anyone over here. I don't see any sign of any insurgents. Maybe not. And if not, well, then I'll happily take it out. So we do have our first round of Tour of Duty. I'm going to go ahead and just start sacking that because it's more important that I keep some units, I think. These guys are running off in this direction, which is kind of weird. Could you please, like, go and retreat into the mountains or something far away? That would be preferable, please, and thank you. So we'll just try to keep you guys away from the dang city. They just don't want to work with me here, do they? No, they don't. Let's go ahead and threaten these guys. Probably fine. I'm going to go ahead and pull the tank back so they have an area to retreat that hopefully is right here, and then we just drop you off again, and now we're going to have you run into the mountains because they have nowhere else to go, hopefully. Coalition soldiers again, advanced weapons or improved weapons. Wow. National soldiers or all soldiers or just another unit. Honestly, if we're just going to keep getting lots of units, let's just enjoy lots and lots of units. I think that's going to be fine. We could afford to lose a tank at this point, and I don't think it's actually a terrible idea. That said, we want to win this fight first, for sure. You get chased over here. Let's see if we can chase him further off in this direction. Keep reinforcing. Don't want to lose anything off over here. Come on, win this fight, win this fight. Kick him out, kick him out. We have to deal with this. All right, you know what? I can do money. Wait a minute, that's what money's for? Oh, I didn't even notice that we weren't losing any reputation. Okay, money actually has a use then. Primarily, it's to keep your units around longer. Well, that's fantastic. All right, sniper support. Whenever you have any reinforcements, you're going to be taking casualties, or rather, they're going to take casualties. That's not bad. Also, soldiers can support each other while they are fighting. I'm going to take the sniper support because it helps us prevent them from getting a lot of numbers together. I want these guys to retreat over this direction, by the way, which is why I'm not going after this attack right now. I want these guys to go in one particular area, which is exactly what they're doing. Actually, they just died instead. That's even better. And we've got so many military units that I should be able to deal with any threats as they come. We are completely fine. Let's go ahead and try to talk to these guys. They are going to accept that. So we'll see what happens. Now, I do still need to stabilize all of this stuff before I go attack, because if I attack this, strong chance that camps are going to spawn over in areas like, let's say, over here, and that becomes annoying. But all we have to do is wait for a little bit of time to pass, because the telecoms are going to start getting me a lot of support level. As you can see down here, it's monstrously high already. Do we have any demands? Nope, things are still fine there. Garrisons? Well, since we know exactly where they are, this makes things even easier. I guess I'll go ahead and take the garrisons. And remember, garrisons also cause casualties. So, yeah, now the insurgents can't go really freaking anywhere at all. Well, I say that, and then what do? They immediately pop up over in this direction, which I find very annoying, but that's fine. Let's just go ahead and surround them like so, and the garrisons and stuff should be able to do the rest of the job. Let's go ahead and do women's rights. That also came via airdrop, and we are going to ban the insurgents, which really makes them mad, but that's okay. So we're going to take care of all that. These guys died. That was a camp right there. Oh, hold on. Let's get up over here quickly and deal with the city. And, yep, the camp spawned something else over this direction. That's annoying. Okay, airstrikes, amphibious supports, or discretionary funds. Well, since we know we can use that to extend the stay for some of our troops, that seems like a bit of a no-brainer to me. If I send a tank over here, we should be able to inflict casualties and just kill this person instead, which is even better. I'll spend some money doing another long extension with you, because what else is money for at this point? Imprison all of the insurgents. It's looking fine. These guys are once again being chased out exactly where I want them to be, and the sniper support is really going to be very, very helpful. When these small groups, like the one you just saw pop up, being able to instantly kill them so they don't run anywhere as long as you've got reinforcements is a very, very strong ability. You can't complain about that. I mean, I guess you could, but you'd be a fool to complain about that. Reputation boost, road infrastructure, education. I'm going to go for the road infrastructure just because I think having even more mobility is always going to be a good thing. And say you're sorry, okay? This is a weird scenario. It really, oh, hello, I see something here. This is a weird scenario. It really is quite fun. It is frustrating. Right now, we're lucky because we started with the tanks. We were able to jump on this as quick as we did. But yeah, it's completely random. You're gonna find there are some times you play this scenario and it's like, holy crud, I can't get anything. Give me a break. And then there are going to be times where it's like, holy crud, I'm a god. You never know what it's going to be. But that's kind of the fun of it. We want jobs, urban outreach, or water systems. The answer is jobs, because jobs are generally more valuable as far as getting some support. Let's make sure that we can defend that city. If I can get some reinforcements here to inflict some casualties as they run, that should help a lot. Let's go ahead and make sure that they can't do anything there. And I'm going to move you over here, and the reinforcement with snipers should guarantee that this person dies. Spend some money, go for an extra extension over that way. This person's going to die pretty much immediately, like so. Goodbye, thank you. Advanced garrisons. We can make the garrisons even stronger. I mean, sure, I guess. Why not? More garrisons located up over here. These guys are uber surrounded. That's amazing. All right, I'm just going to jump forward at this point because nothing should be able to touch me. We've won. Well, I say we've won. We also just lost both of my tanks because I have no money to actually extend anything over here. So that actually just became a little bit of a problem. We can go for some discretionary funds and try to make this a bit easier. But now I have to actually win this with only a handful of units. Oh, dear. Somehow this actually managed to get a little bit harder all of a sudden. That's weird. Well, I've got one tank left to try and win this over here. As long as we can take away, let's say, their camp, I think we'll be fine. Let's reject this deal, though we could at some point just accept the peace deal. I've got 183 reputation. I mean, like, yeah, we could just accept this and it's not that big of a deal. It'd be very nice to get airstrikes so we can just get rid of the camps, but once we get rid of the camps, I think this is going to be a lot easier. Another urban specialist, more garrisons. Good lord, I do not need more garrisons. They're fully surrounded at this point. Please, stop whatever you're doing. Let's send you over here, and let's send you up over here. That way these guys are still very much surrounded, but the remote specialist can hopefully do a lot of the damage. And we can hold on to this tank a little bit longer, and honestly, I guess that I will do so. So, cool. These guys are going to have to retreat. And these guys are, well, going to do pretty much nothing. Do we keep them? Do we let them go? We don't have a choice. Could do a short extension, and I guess I will. But these guys can't win this fight. I have to send the dang tank, which is so annoying. Come on, just a little bit more, and there we go. All right, that should basically take care of it. I'm going to farm out just a little bit more reputation right at the end. Let's go ahead and send you guys home. Let's get that peace process. Come on, guys. Come on, bring it home, ladies and gentlemen. Gosh, the scenario actually took me like, I don't know, 12 attempts, but we got it. Let's agree to that peace deal, and we win. All right. Fun scenario. Definitely different. Honestly, I think the randomness in this case is fun. There are some random scenarios that are just frustrating. This one can be frustrating, but I think overall it's unique and janky enough that it feels like it's just a fun little ride. So I enjoy it. 200,000 score. Good lord. All right, it helps when you got 200 reputation, apparently. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.